My name is Helena Dempsey, and this is my Oral 2 project on art, influences of art on the Western world in the 20th century. How did art of Africa, Asia, and the Americas influence art of the West in the 20th century? Introduction. African, North American, and Asian art have made a huge influence on the Western world in the 20th century. They influenced not only how they viewed art back then, but also influence how art is viewed now. The Western world adopted many cultures and ideas from art in Africa, North America, and Asia. African art. African art is just one of the many non-traditional Western art languages that influence artists and art lovers all over the world today. The increasing presence of African art in Europe came at a time when many Western artists were searching for a new artistic vocabulary. While artworks from Oceania and the Americas also drew attention, the interest in non-Western art by many of the most influential early modernists and their followers centered on the sculpture of sub-Saharan Africa. Art of the Americas. The aim of the Indian artist was not merely to set down realistic records, but to create the semi-magical designs so common in the art of non-Western cultures. Western assessment of Native American art often centers on the product rather than the process. Indian artists, however, give exacting attention to the creative process and interact with their materials at all stages of creation of the artwork. The most important North American pottery was made in the Southwest, an area that includes Arizona, New Mexico, and also parts of Utah and Colorado. Asian art. Asian art influences on Western culture and art includes their openness of other cultures and ideas. Western art also contributed much to many other cultures. Beginning with the New Culture movement, Chinese artists started to adopt Western techniques. It also was during this time that oil painting was introduced to China. Wu Gongcong was a master of modern Chinese painting. He is regarded as one of the most important figures of the 20th century Chinese art. His landscapes, which combine Western oil painting and Chinese ink and techniques, are prized by many collectors today. In conclusion, in the latter half of the 20th century, African art came to be appreciated for its intrinsic aesthetic value, as well as continuing to be a source of inspiration for the work of Western artists. Interest in the arts of Africa has flourished since then, and many modern Western artists have rediscovered the enduring qualities of African art today. Specialization has long been a factor in the Southwestern art and has become increasingly so in the recent years. Many African cultural aspects and ideas are now an entrenched part of Western culture. From food to clothing to the media, these are just a few of the ways Asia has influenced Western society in the 20th century, then and now. And this is my works cited page. Thank you for your time. That concludes my presentation.